Dirt as hard and fast as asphalt, tilled to bring out the best in drivers. A grown-up track for a grown-up sport. Tonight on this small-town gem, ready for the challenge, ready to run, ready to join the legends, ready to become one. It's not some abstract concept. We work the land, or the land works us.
Nice easy.
Dirt, dust, mud, wind. This land is good land.
Welcome to today's event, the Livengood Tires 6.8 here at Millbridge Speedway. I'm Bob Duato, here with my co-host, legendary karter James Hollywood Wall.
Thanks, Bob, for the opportunity to be here. Looks like we got some great racing conditions today.
Well, Derek Pertisiglio's down here with the sponsor, Livengood Tires. Derek?
I'm here with Randall Livengood, the sponsor for today's event, but he's also competing with the DNQ karting series. And Randall, we wanted to ask you, what was the allure and what made you want to come out and race with the DNQ boys?
For mainly the sponsorship, we are a local tire dealership, and we wanted to get our name out there and have a little bit of fun doing it and do something for some fans. Maybe we can put on a good show today.
When we talked earlier, you said that you wanted to run something faster. You're used to racing at Woodleaf, which is a pretty fast track, but why do you think that you're going to go faster here?
Well, I see that there's a lot more banking. Never run a track where it had that much banking. Never run an engine as powerful as what we're running today. This is the first time we're running anything but a little above stock. So I'm looking forward to this.
It's your first race tonight with the DNQ series. First race here, first race with more horsepower. What's the goal for tonight? What's the reasonable goal that you guys want to achieve?
My goal for tonight, being our first DNQ race, I'd like to make the top 10. If not top 10, I'd just like to finish the race. I seen your last race online. I noticed a few people had some engine failures, and hopefully tonight we won't have an engine failure. But I do have a brand new engine, just put on the cart. Engine man delivered it here, so we don't know what we have.
Well, it looks like a fresh bullet got dropped off for Randall Livengood. We're going to see what he can do tonight in his first ever DNQ karting series event.
As we look at the Rainier kart getting ready to run here, warming up the engine. Had a great run last race. That kart finished third with Michael Too Tall Medill at the wheel. He's not driving it tonight, but Too Tall is down with Derek.
And as our cameraman slowly pans up to reveal that it's Too Tall, he ran the DNQ series last time that they raced here at the Millbridge Speedway. It was actually the first time the series went to this racetrack. You dominated in the event. We felt faded towards the end. What happened?
Well, I wouldn't say we dominated. We kind of ran good, and then we, with some breaks, some guys fell off, and we were just there to capitalize and got in a wreck and ended up driving back to third. We just kind of ran out of time.
It was your first race ever on dirt the last time that you ran here. What did you think?
Well, with the go-kart, it was a lot of fun, got some experience with dirt street stocks and modified, so it was kind of a whole other animal when you take away all the key suspension points that you need. It was fun. It was. I'm looking forward to getting into the seat again.
Don't see you in your fire suit tonight, so what's your job duties this evening?
Tonight I'm just kind of hanging out, gonna watch and help out Sweet as soon as he gets here, but other than that, it kind of sounds like I'm looking for a ride.
Well, right now, Michael Too Tall Medill is looking for a ride. A good driver to have behind the seat of one of these DNQ series karts.
Thanks, Derek. As you can see here, over in the Eddie DeHunt pit, they're getting ready to go racing. Bronson Butcher's putting one more coat on them tires. Another experienced driver that doesn't have a ride here at the DNQ series, but Derek's with Timmy 9.
Well, guys, the familiar Day-Glow yellow and orange has been familiar with Tim Nye. Everyone knows him here at the Millbridge Speedway. You've run here before. You've also run the field fillers. A lot of wins there, but you think you can beat the DNQ guys tonight?
If my stuff stays together, I think we'll be fine. That's the main thing. We kind of threw it together last minute. I was helping a lot of other people this week, and didn't scale it, didn't set camber, didn't really do much. I raced it last year at Woodleaf, didn't even wash it, as you can see. But we're going to try it. If the motor holds together good, I think we're going to be fine, Derek. So, I mean, it's going to be a matter of the track. It rained a lot today, and and if we can get the tires right, I think we're going to be okay. So,
well, rains came through a little while ago. Dumped a ton of water on the track. Are there any kind of changes you need to make to the car before you go out?
I'm going to start off basic and then work tires a lot. I mean, that's the thing I think a lot of us dirt racers, kart regulars are good at, or have an upper hand a little bit on the other guys, versus them guys probably think they can just come in, buy brand new tires and be fast. Well, the kart thing, I'm sure they learned the last time that you can't just bolt a brand new Maxxis on and expect it to be real fast. So, I mean, I have different tires, different punch tires. I'm hoping we can do okay. It might not even run. We'll see. You know, that's how I look at it. I always kind of expect the worst, hope for the best type thing.
So, well, Tim Nye can hope for the best tonight. He's run here before. He's won here before. Check him out in the DNQ Karting Series tonight at the Millbridge Speedway.
Definitely expect Tim Nye to be strong today, but look at some of these other DNQ regulars that are always strong that are looking for dirt rides, Hollywood.
Yeah, you got Bronson Butcher. He was real good in the rental league. Tyler Young's got a lot of laps here at Millbridge behind the wheel of the 89 Jeffrey Harback Motorsports kart. Just really surprised not to see him behind the wheel.
Drew Herring, another one, our light pro champion, along with Charles Lewandowski, who spends some time up here as a commentator. If the right opportunity came, he said he would get in the dirt kart. Also, Jeffrey Cordero, our heavy amateur champion, also looking for a ride. Well, one driver that has a ride, kinda, who's filling in for Skip Flores, is down there with Derek Pernisiglia. Derek?
Well, a lot of people in karting recognize the black and yellow number 58. That's the Rainier Racing entry. And Neil Lewis has driven for Rainier Racing before, but you're kind of like a substitute until the main driver gets here. What's the story? What's going on with that?
Well, Skip's got some work back at the 7 booth tonight for Penske, and we've kind of been working on the car past weeks or whatever. So he said he was going to have to work late. I'm just filling in, waiting for him to get back.
So you haven't run with the DNQ series that much, but you have a lot of experience in karting, both on dirt and pavement. What are some of your expectations going into tonight?
Well, I've got a lot of experience on dirt. That's pretty much what I grew up on. However, this is kind of a different scenario because, they've kind of opened the motor rules up, open tire rule. We're on a 20-year-old go-kart. We've got a pretty decent motor. We had pretty dang good success at field fillers, but tonight there's going to be a lot of factors that play into who wins. One, it just got done raining, so the track's going to be a little wet. Tires are going to be real important. So whoever gets the right compound tire on the car, it's going to be the winner.
Well, it'll be really interesting to see what's going to happen tonight. There's a lot of water on the racetrack, but as the night goes on, it's going to dry out and the track is going to change.
Official time is 6:40.
Well, thank you very much. Hopefully Skip gets here in time to race that thing. If not, Neil Lewis will. Well, it looks like drivers are warming up their engines and getting ready to start these heat races. But we'll be right back after these messages.
This isn't music. This is the scream of science. And in the middle of the hot metal, the carbon, the alloy technology, sits flesh and blood. These are the eyes that can pick out a face in the crowd, as if motion were being slowed down. This is the pure mathematics of angles and aerodynamics, the physics of G-forces and friction, and the raw instinct to race. These are the masters of speed.
DNQ Karting Series Livengood Tires 6.8 is brought to you by Livengood. New and used tires, Salisbury, North Carolina, 704-637-3122. Local tire distributor. They'll get you the new and used tires you need. And also by Millbridge Speedway, the track we're racing at tonight. Check them out on Wednesday nights. They have test sessions, races, and everything else that you can think of happens there at Millbridge Speedway. Well, you see as the guys are prepping the track, earlier this afternoon we had some heat races, Hollywood.
Yeah, it's good to see all these boys out here. Gonna run some laps. We got some rain earlier, but hopefully we'll see Brent Lewis come to the front.
Matt Holzbauer led this beginning part of this race, and Matt Breselford got out there into, he looked pretty stout, Hollywood.
Yeah, I wonder what tires they're running. You know, a bunch of them are probably running Maxxis Pinks. It rained out today, so probably want to get a nice, soft set of tires. Probably some Vegas or some Asphalt Firestones, actually.
You see Holzbauer spinning out there. Brent Lewis won that heat. And in the second heat, we had a couple more karts, and this race was a little bit more competitive.
Yeah, it looks like you got some heavy hitters out here today. You know, you got Timmy Nye, Jason Efert.
Couple other karts in here as we saw. The caution came out. Jesse Stanley got into the wall here, broke the spindle. As we look at the replay from Eddie DeHunt Jr.'s in-kart camera, he's going to have some work to do.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to go to the parts trailer on that one.
Restarted again under the heat race, and it was all Jason Efert after Tim Nye had a problem with one of his valve springs. As you see right here, the field coming down, Tim Nye pulled off here, and after having an engine issue, Hollywood, sometimes you don't expect that from the guy building the engines.
Yeah, you know, he's probably doing some R&D, try to help out the rest of his customers, but that's alright. He's got a couple more in the stable. He can just bolt them on.
Well, Brent Lewis won the first heat race. You see Efert taking the checkered flag, and he is down with Stephen DeHunt.
I'm down here with Brent Lewis and his crew chief Daniel. Not 100% sure on the sobriety of this group, but Brent, you were really fast out there in the first segment. What is it going to take for you to keep it together and win tonight's event?
I don't know. We're going to have to get that thing to quit hopping on the right rear so hard.
Brent, how good is your crew chief Daniel over here? He's got the blue gloves on, his cup's able.
That cup right there is probably going to cost us the race.
No. How many more cups is it going to take for him to get you back in the race tonight?
I hope not.
One more. Just one more from his crew chief. All it's going to take to win the race.
Will win the big race.
Yeah, Stephen, we're not sure about the sobriety in that trailer either, as the 125s are running one of their heat races, Hollywood.
Yeah, you'll see these outlaw karts. They're really digging. It's good to run side by side here. There's plenty of grip on the outside, so you can actually make some moves.
Those 125s and Mini Outlaws clear off the top. Well, one driver that was definitely clear is down with Stephen DeHunt.
Well, there's a lot of degenerates here tonight, and a lot of people who don't even deserve to be here because they're so slow. But there's one guy who's really fast, and he won the second heat race today, and that's Jason Efert. Jason, hell of a kart out there. This is 2 times you've shown up with a fast kart. Are you going to be able to keep the equipment together to make it to the end today rather than last time?
Well, I prepared it like I always do. You never know what will happen in 40 laps. You can break on lap 1 or lap 39. Hopefully it'll make it to 40, though. I got lucky in the heat race. My buddy Tim, he had me beat. He had motor trouble, so lucky to get this heat race win. I'll adjust on it for the main. Hopefully it'll be pretty good.
Well, there you have it. 40 laps tonight. Jason Efert's going to try to make it to the end, and if he does, we could see him walking away with a trophy and $200.
Well, drivers pushing their karts to the grid. Coming up next, it's the Livengood Tires 6.8-mile race.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and to me. There's no place that I'd rather be. Head for the mountains of bush. Head for the mountains of bush. Come on along. Head for the mountains of bush. you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush Beer. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush Beer.
DNQ Karting Series brought to you by Back Straight Massage. If you're ever in Australia, stop by Back Straight Massage and get a massage. And by Leading Edge Graphics, responsible for the Leading Edge Graphics decals on these karts. Check them out for your kart decal needs. All right, looking on board here with Jason Eford, and we're about ready to go, Hollywood. So let's check out the starting lineup.
Row number 1, you got Brent Lewis and Jason Eford.
Row number 2 features Matt Brailsford and Ryan Flores.
Row number 3 features Randall Livengood, our sponsor, and Eric Makoff.
Row number 4 features Steve Channing and Eddie DeHunt Jr.
Row number 5 has Matt Holzenbauer and legendary Brandon Nupp.
Row number 6 features engine builder Tim Nye and Jesse Standler.
Row number 7 features David Markham.
Well, we had 2 drivers who failed to start this race today. Bentley Kuhn and Nick Fuller both having engine issues, Hollywood.
Yeah, you know, they turn these motors at such high RPMs. It's just like a ticking time bomb. You never know when they're going to blow up.
Well, now that we have time, let's take a minute to talk to our in-race reporter. And today our in-race reporter is Jason Eford. Jason, this is Bob Duato up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Jason, there's a lot of new faces here today with some serious horsepower. How do you think that's going to affect how these karts handle today?
A little bit more power, you can fix the tires a little bit more and still make up what was a little bit of motor. There's a lot of good guys out here tonight. A couple more that didn't show up last time, so it's going to be a tough race.
All right, Jason, our mailbag question comes from Matt Maroney in Wyandanch, New York. Jason, you dominated the last race and you had an engine failure. Tim Nye built the engine you're running tonight. Is there any doubt that your engine will last?
No. We're pretty good buddies. I think he built it the way it would last. He wants to see a good race between me and him. Hopefully it all stays together tonight. I had bad luck in the last race. Hopefully I got a little bit of luck tonight. So I think it'll stay together. I think he built mine and his pretty good. So we'll see what happens here when the race starts.
Well, thank you, Jason, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
Well, Hollywood, looks like we're getting ready to start this race.
Yeah, I'd say we're going racing, boys. And you're going to see Brent Lewis here coming off strong off turn 4, going into turn 1 with Eford on his outside.
Green flags in the air. We are underway. Matt Brailsford applying heat already. Let's go on board with Jason Eford.
You see him taking a nice line out of 4 here. You know, track's still a little slippery since the rain we got earlier today, but guarantee you probably get them tires real soft.
They're very slick as they're going in. Oh, Jason, seems like he just popped the chain, and that's going to bring out a Danny O'Quinn Bojangles caution. It's O-time. What a shame for Jason Eford, Hollywood.
Yeah, you know, supposedly this is, as he says, this is Eford's house, but not tonight.
And not last week either. As you see right here, he's putting the chain back on that kart. Such a tough break for Eford already, and once that chain breaks, it's usually never the same again, Hollywood.
No, normally it's just from hitting something on the track, knocks the motor loose, and you just never get it right.
Never get it right again. Twist the chain there. As we look at the running order, I'm going to glance across your screen here, and you see Brandon Nupp. Glad that he could make it out today.
Yeah, see, we got Flores in 4th, Timmy Nye in 5th, and we're going back racing.
Green flag back in the air. Brent Lewis leading this field as Brailsford already applying the heat.
Brent Lewis has done this once or twice before leading the pack. He knows how to handle these little boys.
Brent Lewis, I guess, is a very experienced driver. First time we've ever heard of him in the DNQ Karting Series, trying to hold off Brailsford. And Timmy Nye already up to 3rd, had to start in the back.
Yeah, he definitely worked on his kart today. You could see him coming through the pack. Now he's up to 3rd right here, and looks like he's got Brent in his bullseye.
Obvious horsepower difference in the top 4. These guys definitely did their homework before they show up to this race, making everybody look kind of stupid right now. But these guys do race quite often in go-karts.
Yeah, it sucks, though, that Timmy Nye sometimes doesn't make it through the tech shed, and it's really showing here today.
Yes, and the DNQ Karting Series has very few rules. You see Brandon Nupp really putting some pressure on the back of Eric Maycroft's bumper.
Yeah, you know, he's running in the back of the pack, but he's still got a little bit of steam for these boys. I don't know how much. And there he goes. He gets past.
Jesse Stanley puts the pressure on, and Nupp spins out. And oh my!
Oh, here comes Brent Lewis.
Oh my God! Brent Lewis just hit him while the caution was out. Can you believe that? What a wreck!
I hope they're okay down there.
Brent's shoe fell off. You see that right there as the track workers are going to tend to him real quick. Have you ever seen a wreck that intense before?
Not so intense that he just jumped out of his shoes. I probably didn't do it out of joy.
No, he got knocked so hard it knocked him out of his shoes. Glad to see that he's just shaking it all right. As you see, they're picking up the debris that was left all over the racetrack.
I've seen him get hit harder by somebody's crowbar at Woodleaf.
Well, while we got time, let's take a look at that again in the Stephen DeHunt Investments instant replay, Hollywood. And we see Jesse Stanley dives it in on Nupp, which is expected. Nupp gets up on the loose stuff and spins out.
Just right about there. Run slap out of talent.
While Nupp's pointed the other way, I don't know what happened with Brent Lewis here. How did he end up there?
I don't know.
Look at that right there.
That's just a harsh hit.
The left sides dig in, and it's an extremely violent wreck. Matt Holzbauer is slowing down very quickly to not hit him. And, we said you could have spotters in the DNQ Karting Series, and if he had one, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, he just threw that cart off and said, "Fuck you, cart."
Yeah, you see this replay right here. There's definitely a bent axle on that car. There's no way around it.
And there's Brandon Nupp just looking like, really, dude? You just run into me?
The caution was out. I don't know if the flag man was late to throwing it or... the shoe says it all right there.
Yes, it does, definitely.
And we got it from another angle, too. Let's check out this other angle, Hollywood, at real time.
Here comes Brandon Nupp, slap out of talent, and then we all know what's going to happen. Boom.
That's a heck of a shot. When the pieces of the nose just fly everywhere, unbelievable. One more time in slow-mo. We're sorry, Brent. We have to show it in slow-mo, but, man, what a wreck. We're just glad that he is okay. Well, the field getting ready back to go green. Matt Brailsford leading, Tim Nye in second, Holzbauer in third, Flores in fourth. Green flag, we're back underway. Hollywood, what do you expect to see here from Nye and the front four that are so powerful?
Well, I expect to see Nye go straight to the front, hoping that Flores goes straight to the back, but he's doing a pretty good job holding his own in fourth. Looks like he's down a little bit on power. Tires, maybe. I don't know. It's handling good by himself, but we'll see what happens here.
Watching the back of the field here, Randall Livengood and Steve Channing racing each other very hard right here. Livengood, a Woodleaf regular.
Yeah, that's a little bit north from here. That's a really nice... It's a flat track. Doesn't have a lot of grip, but he should do good at this track.
Woodleaf, definitely a one-groove track, unlike Millbridge Speedway. Has two grooves, but you wouldn't tell right now. Not these karts are just kind of getting in one groove and riding here.
Yeah, so track's probably getting a little bit more tackier, and tires are starting to come around to the people that rolled them real good on the inside.
Tires are a big deal in karting, and I don't think people realize. Sometimes they say that guy has a big engine, but the rolling centers we saw last race at RJ Auto, who actually won the race on tires basically with a stock engine. We're not seeing that tonight, but it's definitely a big advantage to have good tires.
Yeah, you can actually make up speed, make up horsepower by rolling through the corner better. As you can see here, Timmy Nye is definitely not low on any horsepower, and his tire program's top notch.
Matt Brailsford showing the way right now. Nye not far behind him. These guys are going to start hitting lap traffic, and when you're that much faster than the kart in front of you, it's going to make it hard.
Yeah, these karts normally go a lot faster in the draft. He's probably going to use some of them lap cars to his advantage to suck up and get a little bit more speed and away from Timmy.
It sounded like Tim Nye's engine and Matt Brailsford also returned about 8,000 RPM. That's significantly different from about the 6,000 you hear on these normal clones.
Yeah, most of them are all running billet flywheels. Not very many people are running the stocks anymore because you run up towards those high RPMs, those magnets will fly right out of there.
Matt Brailsford looks like he's swinging it sideways. He's definitely dirt racing this thing. He's probably got the Maxxis on, as you were saying earlier.
He's running high, wide, and handsome like Harry Grant.
Well, with that being said, let's talk about another kind of series racing, a big one coming up April 19th, the DNQ 500, the Great American Race, 3rd annual race. Jeremy Clements tries to overcome last year's 2nd place championship finish, and Tyler Young tries to repeat as a heavy champion. It's the DNQ 500. Both drivers looking to get a win. I think you're actually racing in that race, Hollywood.
Yeah, if I have anything to say about it, I don't think either one of them are going to finish the race, but we'll see what happens from there.
Always a good time at the rental kart series, and as Matt Brailsford shows away, Eddie DeHunt Jr. coming back on track after having a right rear flat. Well, let's go side by side so you don't miss a thing.
It's not merely racing, it's dancing. Rolling and turning, rising and falling. Synchronized, harmonized. Where racers and their machines can't attack the track, they must move with it. Where wheel work follows the lead of footwork, one ill-tuned instrument.
Off of turn number 9. Big wreck behind you.
One sour note.
Oh, big crash in turn number 2.
One toe out of place.
They're gonna fight. I want to see this.
And the performance can come crashing down. The chase clock is ticking toward midnight. The ballroom is beginning to empty. It's win now, or be asked to leave the floor.
Welcome back to Salisbury as we're watching Tim Nye navigate the lap traffic and Matt Brailsford. And there it is, our 10 to go caution, Hollywood. Now what do you expect? That we're going to bunch this field back up. Do you expect anything different to happen now?
Yeah, it looked like Timmy was saving himself for the last stint here. Matt, had a great big old lead on him, but we're going to bunch back up and see what these boys really have for each other.
You think maybe Matt burned his stuff up as green flag's back in the air, 10 laps to go.
This is where Timmy's really going to show his stuff. It's what he was holding back, I don't think Matt's got anything for him.
Timmy Nye to the lead, Holzbauer in 3rd, Brailsford goes back to 2nd, and you got Skip Flores sitting there in 4th. What do you think about these guys towards about 3rd and 4th, Hollywood, that are battling it out?
They looks to me like they got, whoa, what do we got here?
Matt Brailsford has spun out, and the caution, that's going to throw out the Daniel Quintet's O-time caution. Not sure what happened there,
I don't
Hollywood.
know. Looks like he went from the penthouse to the outhouse real quick.
And he's parking that entry. He must have had something wrong with the engine. What a shame for Brailsford as he gets done there.
Looks like Flores will move up 1 spot easily. Didn't even have to pass anybody. Go figure.
The field pacing here, and where all of our good karts are out, just like we saw last race. The guys that had real big engines didn't make it the whole race. Tim Nye, the only one left, as Holzbauer maybe has something for Tim Nye. We'll see as the green flag comes back out.
Really hope Eddie DeHunt here gets a good run. We'll see what he can do too.
Had a flat tire, and I don't know what tire he's got on that thing. He's pretty much been slow all night. Well, maybe he'll get it figured out next race. But as we're watching the rest of these guys, it looks like Tim Nye is starting to pull away. Maybe we'll see some racing between Channing and the rest of the karts in front of him.
Yeah, Timmy Nye here pulling away a pretty good lead here. Really doesn't look like anybody's got him covered. It's pretty much in a zone of his own.
I know Matt Holzbauer, who's running 2nd right now, went back to the drawing board after the first race and said, I need to do something with my engine, and he went out and did it, but obviously he didn't do enough as we watch some of these karts. See the top groove up there trying to get cleared out.
Yeah, it's trying to get cleared out. It's still real dusty, just throwing up them pebbles. It's a little bit sideways coming off 4, but, man, he could be down maybe 1/4 of a horsepower, and here, that means a lot.
Yeah, as you see, Tim Nye, I don't think anybody's going to touch him. As you see the rest of the field, Steve Channing and Standley are the next guys that are even close to each other. And you see how quick Tim Nye's sneaking up on the back end of this group.
Yeah, here in another lap or two, he'll be coming down on Eddie DeHunt. He's just rolling through the center, so much better than anybody else.
That's fun about the DNQ karting series. You get to drive karts that have a lot of power. White flag in the air for Tim Nye. Nobody's going to touch him. As you come down here, down the backstretch, coming out of turn 4, Tim Nye is going to win the Livengood Tires 6.8. What a drive, Hollywood.
Yeah, he definitely was in a class of his own here. He saved his tires for that first stint. And with that competition caution in the end, he knew he had to go to the front.
Tim Nye trying to do a burnout here.
Doing some little victory donut.
Stephen Ahant is down there with our third place finisher.
Down here with Ryan Flores, had a great run tonight. Not quite the motor it seemed like he needed to run up front like Too Tall had in the initial race. But overall, position by attrition and still a strong track position held all day by Ryan Flores. What can you tell us out there?
Yeah, it was good. I didn't get here until right before the feature came off. We were working late. I've never run a dirt go-kart in my life, so those were the first 4 laps I've ever had. So happy. I know it wasn't a very impressive third place finish, but it's third nonetheless. And we worked on our motor program, but obviously not enough. So we're a little bit behind on that, but we'll go to work again, ask Lauren for some more money, and hopefully get us a bigger carburetor, some more motor.
There you have it from Ryan Flores. He's going to go to Lauren and ask him for more dollars, which, after the performance out here tonight, a strong showing by Ryan. They're going to need some more motor if they want to end up in victory lane.
It's not often we see a Rainier kart get out motored today, and one driver that's motoring down the backstretch running is Tim Nye. One driver that came close to winning this race today is down with Stephen.
Great run going from Matt Brailsford tonight in the Livengood tire race here. Matt, you had a great kart, the kart to beat, and you were leading by a lot when the caution came out. The field got bunched back up. What happened after that restart?
Well, with 5 to go, before that caution, about 5 laps before that caution, the motor started kind of seizing up and slowing down. And I was just, hopefully I had a good enough lead I could stay out there long enough. I knew on that last restart I didn't have nothing, and he knocked me around because the restart before I pulled pretty good ways, and I knew it was fast, but it started seizing up right before that caution.
When Tim got by you and Matt Holzbauer started making the move for third place, did you get a little loose in spin or get up into the marbles there? What happened to end your day?
Motor finally let go, going off into 3, and it just, I went up high, got it loose, spun it around. It was already off by then.
Well, there you have it. Unlike the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, where everything lasts to the end of the race, sometimes we have mechanical failures out here, and that's part of what makes it exciting.
And Timmy Nye still continuing his victory lap here. Went total of 41 laps tonight. Now looks like he's pretty much out of wind, but still ready to celebrate.
Dirt angels, I think he was making as he tries to do the Castro Nevis, but he's down there with Derek Prentice-Siglio. Let's go down to Derek.
I know you're all hyped up and you're energetic, but you got to talk to us, okay? We talked in the beginning of the day. You had no idea if the setup in this car was going to work. You didn't know what to expect tonight, and now it looks like you come out with the win.
Yeah, we didn't scale it or anything, and I got the lead in the heat from Meaford. I'm out of breath now that I ran. But 40 laps wasn't that bad though. I just wanted to be. Yeah.
You're out of breath,
yeah.
man. You know you can't do that.
It was good though. I was very surprised. I gotta thank Johnny O for helping me get the motor back right, and Timmy Kuhn helped me get the motor on the thing. And then I thought Brailsford had it, and I was like, oh, we're gonna really have to work for this one.
How thankful were you to see that caution with 10 to go? The DNQ series always resets them with 10 to go. Was that the winning factor that you needed? Because it didn't look like you were going to have enough time to catch it if it went green.
On the first caution we had when I was running second behind him, I really didn't think I had anything, even with the 10 to go. And I was like, I better get up on the wheel and make sure I drive this thing. And I kind of got a run coming out of 2 on him, and I got under him. I'm like, dang, he could probably pull a crossover and get me back. And I'm like, I just gotta man up and drive this thing. And then he ended up having something wrong over here, which I hated for him because we always race really good over there at Rock Monster at his track. It's a blast. So, but it was good. I just thank the good Lord, everybody here. DNQ, it's good. Thank you.
Tim Nye comes home with the win tonight here at the Millbrook Speedway. He picks up the Gold Cup and the steering wheel.
Well, Tim Nye getting his driven steering wheel from Eddie Hunt Jr. in his trophy. Let's go down to our second place finisher.
I'm down here with Matt Holzbauer, who had a great run here tonight, just short of first place. Had a really good car in the turns, but not so much in the straightaways. Matt, what can you tell us about tonight?
It was a really good night. Got to give props to my man Corey Quick, come down and help me with some tires tonight, and that was a little bit of a difference. Didn't have anything for Tommy Nye's motor. That thing was killer. Restarts, he pulled me by like 3 car lanes. Just want to thank DNQ for putting it on. It was a blast, man. Can't wait for the next one.
Matt Holzbauer is going to come back with a vengeance and try to win later this year. But for now, he's just the prize man.
Well, Hollywood, let's go ahead and check out our final results for today.
Yeah, you got Timmy Nye finishing first, and Matt Holzenbauer and Ryan Flores in third.
Jesse Stanley, after that spindle change, which I had to drive home to get it, and then put it on the cart, and just made it out in time, finishes fourth. Steve Channing fifth. Our sponsor Randall Livengood sixth. Eddie DeHunt Jr. seventh. Matt Brailsford with that tough break finishes eighth. Eric Maycroft lost a chain in his cart, finishing ninth. And David Markham parked it with engine failure. Well, what a day we had of racing, Hollywood.
Yeah, definitely. We saw some excitement, some wrecks. Some people really impressed me today. That still gets me.
Glad to see that Brent Lewis is all right. But at the end of the day, Timmy Nye takes home the win in the Livengood tires, 6.8. We'll see you at the next race.